So you want to know what it's like to live your life in a state of flow. Let me give you a specific example from my life, and then I'll give you some more tips. How does that sound? By the end of 2021, I decided to sell my financial services business. But the decision did not come lightly for me because I had hundreds of clients that I cared deeply about. However, I knew that I was following the calling of my soul to step into the teaching of the law of attraction and becoming an energy healer practitioner full-time. I could no longer have one foot over here in a fear-based mindset, telling people that they needed to save their money because they didn't have enough, and another foot over here in a faith-based mindset, teaching the law of attraction and teaching about prosperity and abundance. I couldn't go from back and forth anymore. So as the universe would have it, I manifested the perfect female advisor to buy my business. Our styles were consistent and the transition would be seamless, which was very, very important to me. That is, until the good old boys got involved. I'll never forget that first conversation that I had with my agency owner when I told him that I was going to be selling my business. First, he didn't believe me. Second, he said that I was crazy. And then he flat out told me that I couldn't do it. He said that if I was going to sell my business, that it had to be to him. But of course, in his opinion, he didn't think that my business was really worth that much anyway. So after a few more disrespectful remarks like that, I refused to engage with this person one-on-one. Later on, I was told that I was going to have a Zoom meeting with the bigwigs, the other good old boys that were in the Midwest. That's okay. I showed up. And I showed up fully resolute that I knew that I was doing what was best for my clients and for myself. Now, these bigwigs told me that I had to sell my business to the agency owner or to someone on his team. That was it. That was the only way. I don't think I said very much during that meeting. I simply just nodded my head. I didn't feel like words were needed. The whole time I was deeply amused that these men thought that they were telling me what to do. They thought that I would just roll over and say, okay, whatever you want. Nope. There was going to be a final Zoom call where they were really going to let me have it. Now, my husband was standing over in the doorway smiling. I was in front of my computer standing like this with my power pose. They tried their best. They came up with a few individuals that I really should sell my business to. But every time, I said no. And I explained why that person was not a good fit for my clients. The good old boys figured out that they couldn't change my mind. And they finally gave in. But they did their best to make me feel bad. But I didn't feel bad at all. Even though they said that I was being dumb and I shouldn't sell, I understood that their comments were simply reflections of themselves. Even though finalizing the sale of the business was a 1.5 year long process, I know that I made a great decision because now I'm here as an energy healer practitioner and a hypnotherapist with my own modality called H.E.A.L. And I know that my soul called me to the space of being able to help people that are stressed and overwhelmed to be able to find peace of mind and clarity and ease. I know I'm here to empower others to live the life of their dreams and to follow their bliss. The reason that I share this with you is so that you can understand what it's like to live your life in flow. With every decision I made, with every step I took, I was guided by my intuition. I knew that I was making the right decision. I was powerful in my moving forward every single step because I knew my purpose. It was easy and in flow. Because being in flow feels like you're going down this river in a canoe and you've simply let the oars go. And that's how my life has been for about the last 12 years. You see, my mom passed away in 2012. And at that time, I started to question everything. And I became curious about life. What is possible? And now it's time for you to get started living your life in flow and manifesting your heart's desires. Number 1, follow your passion. Do what excites you, what lights you up. And do that as much as possible, even if it's for little times during the day. Number 2, be curious and open to opportunities, possibilities. The universe can orchestrate anything. Number 3, don't care about what anyone else thinks. This is your journey. Number 4, listen to your guidance system. They're your emotions, and do what brings you joy. And this reminds me, if you haven't read or listened to Neville Goddard's book, The Feeling is the Secret, please get it now. And I'm going to put the link down below. It's a short book, but it's so powerful. The Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. Now, you might be saying, but Beth, I don't know what it is that excites me and brings me joy and what I'm passionate about. Like, I don't know. That's okay. Allow these 2 questions to float around in your mind. What do I really want? What would I really love? What would I really want? What would I really love? Just play with it. This is part of the initial process. It's part of the allowing. And we'll talk more about that in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye-bye.